There's a certain type of grief that comes from having parents who just didn't show up for you or themselves and that were like extremely toxic. And I'm talking about parents who like were really abusive, like really neglectful, like abandoned their children along the way. The type of parents that you have to cut out of your life in adulthood because it hurts you so bad to maintain a relationship with them, especially when they continue to be abusive or a bully and remain toxic. The type of parents you have to spend a significant portion of your adult life healing from. And so there's a grief for you and your own younger self and your current self for what you have to go through to heal from that and the abandonment that you felt when you shouldn't have. No kid should have to go through that. And then there's a grief for your parent who never had the opportunity to heal, or you wish they'd put in the work and then they just didn't. You hoped that they would become a better person or see the way that they're hurting you and they don't. And then on some level, you know that they're just hurting too. And it's honestly like a type of grief that just keeps coming back up through different things, because ultimately every relationship you have with anybody else is in some way a reflection of that. And then, as you heal, you begin to form healthier relationships with people and you show up in a healthier way, and that's nice. But then there's just always that grief of like, why did I have to go through this? Why did I have to work so hard to heal something that should have never been broken? And especially when I see the kids in my own life that I interact with and realize I could never ever treat them the way that I was treated. And so there's just this deep level of like not being able to understand how a parent could treat their child in such a way. So much anger and resentment and sadness and grief that comes up around it. And it's lonely in a way because so many people just don't understand what it's like to have a parent that you've had to cut out of your life for whatever reason. So I guess if you're going through something like that, or you've had to stop talking to one of your parents for whatever reason, I see you. I understand, even if a lot of people don't, because they just can't comprehend what it's like to have a parent who is ultimately just a selfish bully.